I mean, if you can't laugh, you'll cry. Because that second half was immeasurably quite bad. Uh, it was not a fun watch, to say the least, and which is quite disappointing because I thought first half, whilst we weren't world beaters and whilst we weren't playing Tottenham off the pitch, Tottenham probably should have been 2-1 up at the break with that Johnson headed chance. I thought there were some good performances. I think the only disaster class was Areola's kicking, which the spreaded ashes of my dead grandfather probably could have kicked better than him today. So, yeah, but first half I thought Rodriguez was looking like our, best player. I thought he was getting stuck in and he was making some vital tackles and blocks. I thought Wan-Bissaka played pretty well, apart from that weird lobbed clearance that went about 15 yards to Spurs playing their... Anyway, Bone looked lively. Bone was involved in two positional changes, which I liked. There was one where him and Paqueta switched. Paqueta was on the right, he got the ball, and there was I think it was about the 23rd minute, and there was some really nice football being played. I think we got it up to the other end of the pitch, playing really quick passes, and it started with Bone being central and Paqueta on the right. I don't think Paqueta had a particularly good game, if I am to be generous. Who would have thought that? Paqueta getting booked, very silly. Not anyone in particular. No, that would, cause some legal issues if I said anything about Paqueta getting booked. Oh, no. But there are two I will be the voice of positivity today and say there are two positives we can take from today's video. She doesn't want to hear it, as you can see. The first one was that there is another team worse than us at corners today, because Spurs were immeasurably bad at them. They were even worse than us, which, considering how they beat us and the scoreline that they beat us, it's quite impressive that somehow they were worse than us at an aspect of the game. I'll talk about the second positive a bit later, but yeah, I can't say Kudus took his goal well, he scuffed it, but in my notes for the game, I said that that first chance that he had, lightning, powerful shot, and Vicario made a good save, but it was at him, and I said, you just take away some of that power, get a better placement, that's a goal. And then he gets the placement right, just not the shot. So, oh, how we were having fun for that brief time. Kulusevski's, I really like Kulusevski when he first came. I know it's completely deranged saying that you like a Tottenham player, but that was some performance by him today. I think it was helped by Maddison being particularly bad. I didn't get the commentary being like, why are they taking Maddison off? It must be an injury. It's like, no, because you're rubbish at your job. Like, the commentary did annoy me today, but I'm actually more wound up about the commentary and the blame game to come than the result, because I'm numb to it, which is quite tragic actually, being numb to losing a London rivalry. But the 3 goals in 7 minutes and then those subs just after, it's like, why bother? Solar got booked. Of course. Which I found quite funny. We'll talk about the Kudus thing now. Which I found quite funny is that during the altercation, and we'll try to keep Kudus away from the pile, it's Solar being like, calm down, man. Like, mate, you get a booking every time you step onto the pitch. And speaking of Kudus, it's not, I respect the thought of being like, nah, this ain't on. I'm not having this. You can't respect the method. Just losing his head, just sort of another that happened. You just go, well, there's not even a chance of a consolation. But this leads to the second positive. At least we get to see Somerville on the left. For 3 games. But yeah, I'm not. What's even worse than, as I mentioned a bit earlier, what I'm not looking forward to is the pointing of fingers, the public pointing of fingers. And, Manchester United are sort of a bit of a joke because Jim Radcliffe, who's just openly, without saying anything, but, he's made it obviously clear that he doesn't want Ten Hag. And yet we're doing the same thing. But more public, we're actually, like, there's quotes saying, like, by Steidten, Lopetegui wasn't my pick. It's like, doesn't matter. Why don't you just publicly back him and then just go to Sullivan and be like, listen, that was your choice, right? He's wasn't my choice. He's rubbish. If you're going to sack him, which we won't, maybe. I'm not. I didn't want Lopetegui, but I'm not going to be like, if I was an employee of West Ham, be like, and an influential employee at that, be like, And then Sullivan, I'm sick of Sullivan. I'm getting more wound up about the thought. It's not even happened yet. Well, I don't know if it's happened. Yeah, it could have, but I don't. I'm actually more downbeat about the thought that, we just love showing off our dirty underwear to the public, just instead of keeping it quiet, which is disappointing. I think it's quite a tragedy that one can be so just nonchalant about being pumped 4-1 away to Tottenham, and the worst thing is that you don't want the very drawn out divorce. Because I don't want another thing, Moyes situation where it's been, will they, won't they? Just either do it or don't. If you do it, whatever, right? If you do, back him, say he's a man for the job, we picked him, and yeah, just yeah, that's really it.